YouTube? What's up, guys? What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube?
The trilogy that's not exactly known for its brimming intelligence.
What's up, Animal? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Wish you're doing well. Happy 4th. Happy 4th.
There have been countless terrifying things throughout fiction. Some can haunt our dreams. Some can level entire cities while leaving moms crying. Others can take you off the map without thinking twice. But despite all of them, I've noticed something interesting. The villains that stayed with us the longest aren't always the strongest. They're the ones that tap into something deep. For instance, most people think Pennywise is some type of killer monster clown that uses our fears to his advantage, which makes him scary because we don't like our fears. That's surface level. The deeper fear in play is that humans aren't important. Pennywise treats human beings the same way we treat cookies. He doesn't have a personal grudge like we don't have a personal grudge with cookies. Like, who doesn't like cookies? You are lying if you say you don't like cookies. The fear lies within us being ants to an ever-expanding, unknowable universe where we think we are the center of attention, but we're just ants. People might think other villains like the Joker is scary because he represents chaos, but it definitely goes deeper. The Joker attacks the idea that life has order. Generally, most people wake up in the morning believing
good things happen to good people. You feel me? And bad things happen to bad people.
the Joker don't believe in that shit. He wants to show that all of our rules, society norms, morals, and identities are thinner than we think.
Yo, Whopping, what's up, man? How you doing?
He's ruthless and unpredictable. Literally will mark your mom in a family of 5, all because they said hi to him while he was getting him some food. But nah, the deeper fear Anton betrays is inevitability. Inevitability. You see, Anton feels less like a person and more like fate itself. He walks into people's lives and suddenly they realize they ain't even in control. But do you see it though? You see my vision? You see the vision? Every villain we've talked about so far.
Yo, Roberto. Poke.
Pennywise makes us feel
I know your Irish short and your brutal weakness is Fire Blast, Flame, Flame Wheel, and Inferno. Then ban, burn. Roberto. How you been, brother? How you been? How you been, man?
Johan is a very different individual. He doesn't have powers. He doesn't have no puffy ass cut. He ain't hideous. He's sexy as hell.
And now, bro, that's still gay. No, you're gay.
But what I'm saying is, he's just a man, a regular man. And somehow that is the most unsettling part about him. Because when people in Monster talk about him, they describe Johan like they
Well,
met
welcome
something
in.
that
Welcome in. I hope you had a good 4th if you're in America. And get some rest, my man. Get some rest.
Bro, what is you doing?
If you want to see more of this, just sub in, like the stream. Pretty sure I'll be seeing you soon, man. Good, Roberto. I'm glad you're doing good, my friend. Hey, did you got rapid dash to level 100 or no?
He just talks to you. He said the right thing at the exact right moment in the exact right way. And then you just start to break down.
Example
A
A.
detective in a show.
Yo, Dills, my boy. How you doing? How you doing? You know what's funny? Ollie was thinking, not thinking about you, but Ollie was asking about you.
He was playing into Johan's hands. So when Johan finds him, yeah. Okay, look. I'm not finna spoil this because I need y'all to watch Monster. This is deep. Genuinely one of our
You've been playing Mega Man. What a good game, bro. Mega Man 2. Whew. What console though?
What he did was so precise in how he targets the motherfucking site. Genuinely stripping him.
Mega Man is a really good game, dude.
Johan knew exactly which part of this man's life meant the most to him and broke him down like
Hey, my boy Freddy. Freddy, happy 4th to you too, friend. Thank you so much for joining, brother.
Pray for bro, man.
How you doing, friend?
The detective shows how
Thank you,
Johan
Freddy. Thank you,
attacked
thank you.
people's fears.
I really appreciate
Dr.
you.
Zimmer shows something even worse. Because Johan doesn't just attack fears. He attacks the beliefs people build their entire lives around.
I'm playing on an emulator, but playing how it's meant to be played. Okay, that's good.
Dr. Kenzo Timmo was a neurosurgeon. Wait. Not just a neurosurgeon. He was literally one of the GOATs in the field. 9 years before the main event of Monster, Timmo saved
Of course, Freddy, my friend.
Johan's life.
I'm not rewinding or fast forwarding and using the sides. Okay, that's good, man.
So Johan
Apart
comes
from the
back
3 when I needed to
to
take
say
a break.
thank you.
Okay, that's good, bro. That's good. You always enjoying the game better if you play it the way that it's supposed to be. Hope you're doing well too, man. My boy Dill's life is great, man.
There we go. That's right. He was like, yeah,
It's a
I want you to
blessing.
see this,
Can't
bro.
complain.
It's worse than saying, mind you, he never attacks
Getting
Timmo
better
physically,
every day,
but he
friend.
forces him to ask him question that never
I even
leaves
used the
is
remote.
what
The
if I
okay.
knew what Johan
I used the
When I say
remake with the
that's
NES controller. Oh, so you're playing the OG one? Freddy, you eating a burger?
And look.
Good
I
stuff,
already
Freddy.
know some of y'all in the comments gonna say, well, ain't Joker
That's
do
why I
the
like
same
shiny
thing?
hunting
Doesn't
full
he
odds
break people
instead of,
mentally too?
you
And
know,
yeah. He does. But Johan
cheating or
is
trying to
way
put some
different.
odds
The
in
Joker
there
is
are not gonna
chaos.
be
And that's a
satisfying
smooth
enough for me
forward.
when I get a
But
shiny
Johan
though.
doesn't have to. Because Johan already knows where you're broken before he even starts. He already knows what you fear. And
Yeah,
maybe he's
whooping.
holding the right together. And once he finds it, he doesn't attack everyone like the Joker.
Poke, you will
He
lose to my level
attacks
99
so
Rapidash
people around
in
Johan
4
don't
moves.
feel like they're being
Damn, I thought your
they feel
Rapidash was level
understood.
99.
By the
I
time
mean
they
100.
realize what's happening, the damage has already been done. And somehow, that's not even
Hell
the
yeah,
worst
bro.
part. He's at least removed
Gotta keep on
danger.
pushing, bro.
You know where they are. See, he doesn't even give you that because Johan is almost
I'm
impossible
looking
to
for anything up for the most part, but bro, I had to go for the yellow guy.
He genuinely is a master of leaving no clues. There are even characters in the show who genuinely believe Johan doesn't actually exist. One of the main detectives convinced himself Timma, the doctor who saved Johan as a child, made up Johan entirely. Like what? That's how untraceable Johan is.
But for not playing, wish the save states so that I need to be Mega Man 1 in one section because you can do it in one section, dude. Is that all you play? All you play is Mega Man? That's crazy.
And still won't get caught because by the time you see him, he already out that big, man.
Mega Man is Mega Man is known for being a hard game, dude.
And what makes this even more insane, there are entire secret societies in this show. All of them trying to get their hands on Johan. But you know what?
You got this, Roberto. If you say that shit, Aguilera, you know you're getting you're getting muted if you say it. Don't say it. I'ma mute your ass.
Because he barely kills anyone in the traditional sense. He lets others do it. And as crazy as that sounds,
Okay, that's why you've been playing wrestling.
because this happens in real life more often. Charles Manson never pulled a trigger once in his life, but people marked others for him. He manipulated them, understood them deeply enough to lead them there. And it's not just him. Cult leaders have convinced followers to give up
Mega Man 2
money,
is so much
families,
easier.
identities,
Mega Man 1
and
was
sometimes even their own
Mega Man
lives.
1 was known
This
for
is
being a
filled
very
with
difficult
people
game.
who understood others well enough to get them to do things they never thought they'd do. Johan operates the exact same way, which evokes a sense of realism. But here's the question.
I know you just came here, but we don't kill shinies. We catch them. How you been, Aguilera? How you been? Don't do it. I got you, bro. I wouldn't do it.
This man will put kids directly in harm's way. You like me for real? Because to Johan,
I'm innocent. Until proven guilty.
If it bleed, he gonna spank you. If it's someone valuable, don't use them. And that's so brutal. Because even the most hateful people have lines they won't cross. Because hatred is still a feeling. And a feeling has parameters. But when something means nothing to you, there's no limits to the ways. Johan is the walking embodiment of
Mega Man 1 doesn't have saves? What do you mean?
not your values, your relationships, your morals, none of it. Just a story being vivid so we can sleep on it. Most of us catch a glimpse of that idea in the shower right before bed and be like, damn. And then continue with your life. But man, like I said, Johan is the living embodiment of that idea. Because if nothing matters, then what's the point of being good when I can be living my best
I'm
life
just a
while
chill
others
man.
pain and trauma? Like genuinely, I can be up to no good for real. And then after eat a double inside of fries later on.
Man, what the f did you tell me?
was that? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about it.
But Johan wasn't always this way.
Second, I'm around the 19 blocks like the 7 times I tries to make. You got this, bro.
He even stopped seeing himself as a person. And eventually
Nothing can
he
hold you in that
arrived at
game.
a
If you can beat Mega Man, you can generally beat any game. I generally believe that.
Which is why his biggest op is Timma. Because Timma represents the exact opposite belief. Every life has value. And here's the thing. Every villain we talked about so far represents a specific fear. Pennywise, Joker, Anton, and his weird ass cut, man. Like, come on, bro. But back on the topic, these villains had their limitations. One fear. And this is why Johan is different from the rest. Because Johan doesn't represent just one fear. He represents significant. Like a joke, he attacks the meaning behind everything you believe. And like Anton, he makes you realize you were never as in control as you thought you was. But what truly separates Johan from the rest isn't that he combines his fears. It's that he doesn't need power to do it. He's just an ordinary man who can be sitting next to you right now. You wouldn't even know it. And that's why he's the most terrifying villain I've ever laid my eyes on.
Yo, what's good, Parker, my friend? How you doing, brother? Alright. Johan. Johan is different. How many months do you have on level 100, Roberto? Yo, mi brother Jorge. Papi, se te quiere y se te extraña. Se te quiere y se te extraña. No, mi brother Jorge, un abrazo fuerte, papi, también. Te me cuida mucho, feliz 4, papi, feliz de la independencia americana. Y ahorita somos americanos. Papi, te quiero pila. Te me cuida mucho, bendiciones por ahí. Sabes que estamos aquí para lo que sea, papi. Estamos aquí para lo que sea. La vida es bella, pero la vida es mejor cuando tenemos gente como tú, papi. Anyways, I'm gonna head out to bed now. It was cool being able to check in. My boy Whooping, bro. I appreciate you coming in. I hope to see you soon, brother. And get some rest, man, and life is great, bro.
There's nothing they can do. Oh my god. It often seems like we've uncovered everything about Pokemon. That we've seen it all.
Hold up.
That there's nothing
Let me do that right
to
now.
discover. What we were wrong. We're going to dive into 3 Pokemon mysteries and uncover the answers to old questions and new questions. To uncover new information about these old games, no matter the time, effort, or difficulty. And we're going to try
Alright,
to do this
Whooping, I
as
got you now.
efficiently as possible. I've gathered 3 questions spread across 2 different games we're going to attempt to answer. This is Unconfirmed Pokemon Myths.
Oh, you're bacon
Episode
here.
3. But before we uncover any Pokemon mysteries, look at your walls. And let's talk about them, because this video is sponsored by Displate. There is not enough time in life to have blank walls. Displate is a metal poster brand that has over 2 million designs, from licensed popular brands to video games
Okay.
to movies.
Perfect.
They work with over 40,000 independent artists.
You shiny hunted a Weedle for your team? Nice.
Displays are made of
Are you gonna keep it though?
built to last. You can choose your finish and it'll stay in place with a magnet mounting system. Let's begin with the story. It's a tale as old as time.
Oh, you're
Playing
training it.
Pokemon Platinum. You've just reached a brand new snow-covered
Alrighty,
city.
Roberto. Who's gonna be the next one?
Wander into a house
Who?
at the top of the
Roberto,
mountain
tell me the 6
and
Pokemons you
find
have in your
just
team now.
struck gold. An NPC offers up a trade. Your Metachan, which is easily catchable on the route right next to the city, in exchange for a Haunter. Gengar, one of the most beloved Pokemon of all time. That happens to be a trade evolution instant. Impossible to get one without a friend to trade with. So in an instant, you accept. Your Pokemon is sent away, and Haunter jumps out of the Pokeball. But as the animation ends, the Haunter doesn't evolve. The NPC laughs and reveals she put an Everstone on the Haunter, stopping it from evolving. A cruel trick, and you're the joke. This trade has reached every corner of the internet. Everyone knows it. It's the most infamous trade in the history of Pokemon. And the biggest betrayal. But what if I told you, not all is as it seems? And what if I told you this Everstone might not even be real? And the NPC, who's been unofficially crowned the most evil NPC in Pokemon,
You damn right.
isn't the one.
Worst NPC ever made. I don't know who the hell gave this NPC. Who was the guy who gave this NPC
Recently, I received an email
that?
to my obscure Pokemon information hotline, which weirdly disappeared from my inbox, and I can no longer find it. If that was you, send me another email because it vanished. They mentioned in the Pokemon ROM hacking community, a weird phenomenon was uncovered with trades in Gen 4. When trying to create new trades, they were running into a very bizarre glitch. If they created a new trade with an NPC, where the Pokemon that you receive is a trade evolution at its stage to evolve, as soon as the trade is finished, the Pokemon didn't evolve. But what's stranger is no one knew why. If this is a real glitch, I couldn't find any documentation of it. Most likely because this isn't something that can happen naturally inside of a Pokemon game. There are no NPC trades in any of the Gen 4 games who trade you a trade evolution Pokemon. All except for one, Mindy and Haunter, who is holding the Everstone in Snowpoint City, is the single exception to this. But what is...
That is not true. You can get a Machamp on Pokemon Yellow for a trade, and he will actually evolve.
the truth? What is stopping Haunter from evolving? The Everstone? Or is it a cover-up for a glitch they couldn't patch out before the final release of the game? Well, we're going to find out, and there's only one way to do it. I decided I need to break into the back door of this game. I need to find a way to know for sure. I gotta get behind the scenes and take away that Everstone from Haunter before the trade ever even happens. I contacted Adrian SP, who works on the Gen 4 compilation team, who helped me in a past obscure Pokemon Facts video, who was able to change the data of the trainer, of Mindy, take the Everstone off, and send me a patch. This patch doesn't do anything to the game, except take the Everstone off of the Haunter in Snowpoint City.
Christian Aguirre, welcome. How you doing? Welcome in, brother.
It's cold.
I hope you're doing well.
I've waited all these years to take this mask off this Scooby-Doo villain of an NPC.
Damn,
Answer
I
the
got
question,
Aguilera and Aguirre. That's pretty close.
For the last time, Mindy. Let's do this. Here we go. Give me that Haunter. There shouldn't be an Everstone on it. Patch is applied. This is actually my first time testing it out, though.
That's par. It didn't evolve.
nothing.
He didn't.
It didn't evolve. It's true. Let me check the item. No Everstone. It was never the Everstone. Trade evolutions don't work with NPCs. That's crazy. It was never Mindy.
Man,
It was the game
use
itself.
all the way.
Thank you to Adrian and the decompilation team for helping us unearth so much about these games. Myth confirmed. One of my favorite little oddities in Pokemon is in Gen 4. One of the only games that has secret dialogue if you evolve your starter before speaking to the professor and receiving your Pokedex. It's a famous little fact, but is it the only game that has this? The thing is, most games just aren't quite set up for this to happen, and it takes a ridiculous amount of time to achieve this, meaning few people actually have. Grinding your starter to mid-30s levels on level 2 wild Pokemon takes seriously thousands of encounters to do,
I've done it.
and with only a reward of a single line of text, if that. So not many people have attempted to do this in every game, just to find one line of hidden dialogue. In Pokemon Generation 7 and Alola, there are tons of cutscenes involving your starter at the beginning of the game.
There's zoom-ins and close-ups and people talking to your starter directly out of its Pokeball. And Ultra Sun and Moon have the perfect setup in the beginning for this kind of dialogue to occur. You see, all of these cutscenes here could theoretically have an Incineroar in them. So I'm going to attempt to begin my game of Ultra Moon with an Incineroar. What makes this interesting enough to attempt is this is the only time in the entire game where our Pokemon is outside of its Pokeball. This stretch of walk from the very first route, every player usually passes through in about 15 seconds. The game expects you to just walk straight forward to initiate the cutscene. But by letting you have free roam in this section, they opened up an insane possibility. If the player theoretically stopped, turned around and went into the grass, and spent more time in the grass than it would take to beat the entire game itself. And this is Finn from the future, spoiler alert, it's actually a lot more than that. And leveled up their starter all the way to its final evolution. What happens to
Moogie,
these
my
cutscenes?
friend.
There
How are
even
you,
some
brother?
cutscenes shortly after this with your mom where you show her your
How are you, my
Pokemon.
friend?
It meets me out in your house, where again, our Pokemon is in the overworld for one of the only times in the game. So what the hell would happen if our starter was actually fully evolved at this point? Does any dialogue change? Is the game even prepared for this to happen?
Multitasking?
Just crash when a
No,
giant
not really.
Incineroar 3D
I'm just
model is
watching like
inside my house? Well, there's only one.
this video is like it's like Assessed and Confirmed Pokemon Facts. That's what the name of the video is. I am good, friend. I am good. How is the preparation for the exams going?
One way to find out. And this is gonna take a really long time. And I've just got my starter, and it's time to begin. I can't leave this area, or else the game will progress. So for the foreseeable future, I am now trapped here. By this point in the game, we don't have a Pokedex. We don't have Pokeballs. We don't even have access to a Poke Center or a Pokemart. So trading, buying, or even obtaining any items is out of the question. The only way to witness this cutscene with an Incineroar is to level up Layton all the way right here. Luckily, we can travel backwards and heal with our mom. But if we continue any further than this route, the game will progress. The fact that seeing this opening cutscene with your starter is physically possible, but so insanely difficult.
Exam over now. I had to wait for a few. Okay.
But this is gonna be a lot crazier
Okay.
than you might
I'm pretty
think.
sure you're rocket.
All that's left to do is grind.
You got this, Moogie.
The climb from level 5 to 10 was easy. I actually missed the recording. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. But I'll tell you this, it was easy. I did it in like a few hours. But after that, things got hard, fast. The reason why hardly anyone has probably done this, and why I need to talk about this right now, this is all because of one thing. Scaled experience.
I hate that. The skull experience is one of the worst things that was ever invented. So, if you guys didn't know what the skull experience is, that the higher your Pokemon is, the less experience is getting from battling the same Pokemon. So, let's say you fight a level Rattata and you are at level 5 and the Rattata is level 4. You will be getting about 50 XP, right? If you get to level 6, you'll be getting about 48 XP. If you get to level 7, you'll be getting around, 46, and so on, and so on, and so on. So it's pretty bad, man.
In these games, the higher level my Pokemon is compared to the Pokemon that I'm battling, the less experience I get. Now that seems rather straightforward. Dude, no, this is bad. You see, every time I level up, the more experience I need to level up again. And the less and less and less and less experience points I will earn from every battle. So this is beyond insane to do. This is going to take thousands.
Yes,
I
that's
mean,
from
a lot of
Gen 5 and on,
thousands
Moogie.
of wild battles.
They brought that shit
So
on
here we
Pokemon
are. I've reached
Black
level
and White.
17. My Litten is evolving
I don't
far
think that
into
I don't
its
think that's a good
growth.
mechanic.
And I can already tell that this is where the challenge really begins. So here we go. Hey, look what I found.
A shiny Rattata.
It's a good thing I don't have Pokeballs at all. I just have to kill this. There's like nothing, I just have to kill it. Okay.
Nice.
See you, bro. 3 experience points, let's go, dude.
4 XP. Fudge.
3 experience
It's Pikachu.
Yeah, dude, give me another one. Guys, look at my screen. Dude, I found the other shiny yesterday. I don't understand. I gotta kill this. I have no Pokeballs. There's nothing I can do. Oh my god. Alright, yo. We're doing this. I ain't stopping. It's pedal to the metal. I'm doing this. I can't kill 2 shinies and not give it all I got. There is no turning back now.
Gen 5 was such a good game. Yo, what's up, Smoke? How you doing? We Paul and they introduced so many Pokemons in the level. Paul is from Gen 4. Another Caterpillar. Jesus, that's 3 shinies? Two XP. Two XP. He got Poke Rush. Yeah, I figured you would after so much.
And at the current level I'm at, level 3 Veneering gives
gives me the most experience at a whopping 4 points, which I only encounter like maybe 10% of the time, whereas level 2 Caterpie gives me 2 experience points. So I have somewhere between 500 to 1,000 wild battles before level 29. So, see you in like a week?
What the f? Hey, Moogie, was that 3 Pikachus in a row? Am I tripping? Oh my god, this thing is frozen. Brother, are you serious? Bro, yo, what's up, Javier? How you doing? My boy, I'm having a great night so far, brother. How are you? Dude, I just encountered 3 Pikachus in a road, and this thing was frozen. I wasn't able to show the world. Actually, let me see. I can confirm it. That was 3 Pikachus in a row. Wow. Javier, tell me how you been, brother. How's your day been? Yes, you do have to trade Roberta. The good thing is that you can trade it with yourself, probably. Pokemon Home. I don't have Brilliant Diamond or Brilliant Pearl. Now I will trade it with you, I promise.
I am not going to kill a shiny for 1 experience point. Dude, I don't know how it came down to that, but I'm literally 1 away. Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is it. This is my last encounter on this route. Veneri. The only Pokemon I didn't get shiny from this route. Here it is. Holy, I can't even believe it. The last one. Critical hit. There it is, level 34.
Oh, he wasn't level 34?
This has been an entire month. Over a month now. Please tell me it evolves. Yes, okay, thank God. I know it did, but we finally did it. Oh my god.
Thought it wasn't level 36.
Oh my god. It's evolving. It's in a roar, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Thank you, Javier. Thank you so much.
Dude, I can't even believe it. This is taking me so long. This is the hardest this challenge. I have every
How you been,
going
Javier?
for
How was
this.
your day, brother?
Oh my god. We're done.
How's the family, man?
We're done. We finally get to see this. I have waited so long. I am running over here. I just cannot believe this. As soon as I take this step, Incineroar will be outside. It should be, at least. Here we go. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god, I've waited so long. Here we go. Oh, there he is. What the fuck? Oh. Dude, look at him. He's huge. He's ginormous. What? Oh.
He is pretty tall.
God. This is crazy. Okay, and then it's gonna cut into a close-up. It does a close-up of Litten where he like walks up and meows. But what is it gonna do with Incineroar? What? Okay. Which Pokemon are you gonna choose as your partner? What do you mean? Looking right at him. Hey, bro. Look at Incineroar standing next to me. That is so crazy. Whoa! Dude, that's a totally different angle. It's a whole different camera angle than it is with Litten. So they actually knew this was possible. Look at that shot. Oh my god.
Incineroar.
Wow.
Everybody loves this Pokemon, dude.
Roar. XD.
I don't know why
Here we go.
eyelids are jello, but
What the hell? He's in the way of the camera, dude. Oh, your Incineroar is so cool. What? I have to go back and double check if that's the same line. He actually says Incineroar, though. That's crazy. You've already picked your Pokemon? Andy evolved him, bro, and it took me like a year. Yo, and there's everybody. There's the shot from the beginning of the game. This was worth it. Yo, look at this shot. Look at this shot of everyone. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna have our starter battle. We're gonna have our first. Whoa. Hey, he called it Incineroar. Let's make sure you're little Incineroar. Dude, have you seen him? He's
Incineroar is on crack, bro.
Dude, you're so dead. 7 experience points. That would have been useful before. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead to when the next time our starter is outside of battle. I turned on battle animation just to Darkest Lariat the hell out of the Spearow. Darkest Lariat! Get up, bro! Yeah, dude! Alright, now we're going home. This is the other cutscene, the only other one. Here we go. Oh my god. Here we go, this is it. Yo, there he is! Look at him running! What? Welcome back. Dude, he's in my house. And my game didn't crash. And look who you got with you. Oh my god. That is so funny. Look at that shot of him. Dude, that is crazy. That's not something you see every day. Rawr. Oh my god. Sweet little thing. It's beating me up. Normally they're like the same size, but look at me out looking up. Whoa, what the hell? He's like looking down. This is so weird.
YouTube.
And that's it. That was insane. You know, that was an entire month of my life that I would argue that was kind of worth it. Wow, it's finally daytime. It's been nighttime for an entire month in my game because the day doesn't progress until you do this event. It has been night for this long. Myth confirmed. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Valley is one of the strangest places in all of Pokemon. It's a bizarre place, full of nothing but Pikachu everywhere, running around the area, and far in the background, running in and out of burrows in the ground. Now there's something extremely strange going on here. First of all, Pikachu's come out of this camper van every time you walk up to it, and this seems to happen infinitely. Sometimes 3 will come out.
Are you gonna
and
shiny
there
hunt
seems
one?
to be infinitely Pikachu. Now this place is bizarre and full of questions, and I'm going to attempt to answer some. And it's probably going to take an extremely long amount of time. Now, you may have
The
heard
heck?
about Mimikyu coming out of this camper van. This is documented and mentioned on Bulbapedia. I've already done well over 1,000 checks of this camper van. We know the Mimikyu exists, so I'm not super drawn to trying to find it, because it's also, like, extremely rare. But, because of how rare this Mimikyu is, and that it is hidden here, makes me think that there are some other things hidden in this area we haven't quite documented yet. My biggest question with this area actually doesn't have to do with the camper at all. You see, when we walk out our character over to the water, we get a huge view of the background. And aside from the Slowpoke and Pyukumuku up in the corner, it seems like it's all Pikachu, scampering about in and out of these little burrows. But when we look closer, you might notice the Pikachu who run around aren't quite on a set path. The sheer bizarreness of this area leads me to believe that there are some things to find. So, I decided to sit my character in one spot, stay right here, and watch the background until anything shows up. So I'm gonna stand like right here for an hour, and I'll tell you if I find anything. When I attempted to wait for anything to change,
That one is
and
what?
only a few times, and gave me hope that something might appear here, that it might not just be an entirely set background animation. And something was going on here. So, I waited. And then this happened. Yo, what is that right there? Dude, that's a Mimikyu! Bro! That's a Mimikyu! What? Oh my god, look at him go! Dude! Mimikyu can spawn in the back! Now, then I remembered something. That there might be something else strange here. If you stand in this exact spot in Pikachu Valley, you can access the Poke-Finder. Now, the Poke-Finder is a feature I think hardly anybody used, because there's not a ton of information about it online. There's 20 places throughout Alola that let you access your Rotom's camera to get a view of Pokemon nearby. But what almost nobody dug into is that there are some very rare spawns that can appear here. I took it over to Pinolia Ranch, and I attempted to see how rare the rare Pokemon spawns from the Poke-Finder are. And it took me at least 50 attempts pulling out my camera at the ranch to find this. An Espeon. And when you find a rare Pokemon, it actually takes quite a lot of effort to track one down. Now, any documentation of the Poke-Finder we have says that the only Pokemon that appear at the Pikachu Valley is, of course, Pikachu. But is it possible that they hid a Mimikyu as a much more rare spawn here? Maybe something closer to the odds of the camper van. So I decided to check the Pikachu Valley spot for 2 hours straight and see if we could find something. I have done this a lot of times, and I have not seen a Mimikyu. It's been Pikachu every single time. It gave me hope when I was doing this because one of the Pikachus fell asleep. I thought it was a rare animation, but no, he just literally fell asleep because he was asleep in every single photo after that too. So, yeah. I even noticed another Mimikyu in the background while I was doing this because because I was doing it for so long. And I ran over to him, and then I tried to Poke-Finder while he was actively in the background. But even then, nothing. So, Mimikyu can appear from the camper, and it's insanely rare. And Mimikyu can also appear rarely in the background of Pikachu Valley, but it seems like no Mimikyu in the Poke-Finder. Yet.
That's pretty good.
So one of the most mysterious characters in Pokemon lore. Throughout the years, I've come across so many myths and rumors and unverified oddities throughout Pokemon that I've attempted to test myself. From breaking your game by losing at the starter battle in Generation 4, or when we found hidden dialogue by trading Steven a Pokemon with maximum friendship, to uncovering shiny Pokemon that previously were never thought to exist. I've collected a brand new handful of rumors in old Pokemon games that I've heard about that I'm going to attempt to verify myself. And I can promise you, you're going to see some things in Pokemon that you have never seen before. In Pokemon Black and White, there's an extremely obscure and hardly talked about trait that seemingly no one has dared to dive into. Early on in the game, once you reach Nasserine City, a place most trainers likely breeze right past, there's a seemingly innocuous trainer, tucked away in the back of this house right here, who offers you a trade. A Petalil for a Cockney, or the other way around depending on what version of the game you have. It seems like a pretty straightforward trade, since these two Pokemon are version exclusives, and this is the only way to get the other game's Pokemon without trading with another version of the game. This might seem like all this trade is, a simple exchange to help you fill your Pokedex, but flashing forward hours and hours after completing the entire game, watching the credits, if the player happens to return back to this early game town and wanders back to this NPC, you might be shocked to see the trainer will initiate a battle. The trainer will now fight you with your fully evolved version of the Pokemon you gave her. It is now level 65. This is our Petalil, the exact one we gave her at the beginning of the game. Now fully evolved. Now there's hardly anything online about this trade, and I have a lot of questions that we're going to attempt to answer. First, what if I give the trainer a shiny Petalil? If I hunt one down in the wild and trade it to her, something likely no one did at the very beginning of their game, is the game prepared for this? And is the Lilligant I fight at the end of the game truly my exact Petalil? Because if it is, then the Lilligant that fights me should now be fully evolved and shiny. But that's not all. I have another question here. The Lilligant you battle is level 65. But what if I theoretically began my game, proceeded to halt my entire adventure for 100 hours to hunt down a shiny Petalil, and then before taking on the gym, instead, I brutally leveled up the Petalil all the way to level 100, and then traded it to the NPC? Will it retain its shininess and its level 100 status, and will it even retain the moves that I give it during this time of training? Given it can't learn anything else once reaching the level 100 without TMs, that I highly doubt this random NPC has, well, this is exactly what we're going to investigate. But there's only really one way to find out, and the first step is
My
to
day
hunt
was
down and
fantastic,
find
man. It was
a
pretty good.
shiny Petalil
Tell me about your day,
in
man.
the wild.
How was your day? How's the family?
decided to boot up my White 2 game as well to also hunt Petalil in there. So you're gonna see some footage of that one running around trying to find shiny Petalil as well. Because one game is not enough. Oh my god. Dude. Shiny Altaria right next to a Petalil. Oh, bye Petalil. Alright, I'm gonna try and lower this thing. Oh wait, dude. Oh god, a 20. Oh shit. No, it has takedown. Oh god. It has takedown.
Yo, what up, Jay?
Oh. Okay, this thing has to catch.
It was
Why
good,
did I
bro.
hit it?
I went over to my mom's
I'm
since
20 levels
my
above.
brother has
Takedown.
one over
Oh,
since.
thank
Little.
God.
Oh, nice, nice, man. That's good. That's good.
Okay, dude, come on.
Gonna turn one
please
tomorrow. That's a
catch.
blessing, man. Good
Please.
stuff. Good stuff.
No shakes.
You just had a cake and some
Dude,
drinks and a little bit of barbecue. That's beautiful. Happy 4th, man. Happy 4th.
Oh no. Am I gonna fail this thing right now? Come on. Jesus, bro. Shake once. No, dude. No. Bro. No. No. You didn't see anything.
It happens to the best of
I'm
us,
just gonna
King.
keep going.
Cheers, my friend. Paraguay was the first team in the World Cup that France did not 3-0 or 3. Paraguay has really, really, really good defense. Wow, it was solid, dude. Redemption, baby. Redemption. They did had a hard time. Bro, they only scored once and it was a penalty. That was crazy.
Dude, he's back. He's back. Oh my god. Dude, I caught him. What is going on?
Oh, beautiful. Shiny Vulpix.
Is that a... Oh my god. Shiny Vulpix. Guys, I don't even know what to say. Well... Hey, at least I didn't kill it.
I hope 10, but I had to cut the stream short. My internet was twigging. Bro, the Colombia won, bro. I was so happy. It's okay, my friend. It's okay. I understand. Plus, you were having a good time with your family yesterday, bro. That's better than me here, in my opinion, you know. I appreciate you, bro. You're always here too, you know. Colombia won. We're going to the semis. We're going to at least top 8. Oh my god, there it is. Jesus, what's up with all of this music, dude?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, National Park, bro. That's peak music.
Shiny Petalil. Yes.
You guys hear that
So
song?
excited to finally find out.
National
this
Park,
is
Pokemon
true.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Alright. I got it. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, I've got him back in my Pokemon White game. And we're going to level this
That's
up
a
to 100.
beautiful game.
I'm just gonna use rare candies.
Heart
Whatever.
Gold and
This
Soul
took
Silver
way
is
too
just the
long. I'm not
best.
about to grind him up in the grass. And I've decked out his moveset with a bunch of stuff that's like pretty much
Even
useless. So I
since-
can make it like a really easy level 100 fight, you know? I just had a thought. What if I teach him an HM? I'll teach him cut. There's no way this NPC can forget cut. So even if all the other moves get switched out somehow, there's no way it can switch out cut, man. Right? There's only one way to find out, though. Let's go trade this thing over. Alright, here we go. Goodbye. There it goes. God damn, this is brutal.
Last time I had her for the DS, she was
Alright, let's go
I'll
take
have
our
you
rage out
fucking
on
around.
four.
When she put out the game, it was all
You know
glitching.
what? I just
Oh my
realized something while I
god.
was doing all of this. Once
Yep, gotta go
I
through those.
actually
At least
champion, which
I can't
just
wait to have
did,
kids, man.
and the credits roll, the game is gonna save. So there is no way for me to get this battle back. There is no resetting. In order to check this, I have to save. So, yeah, this is messed up.
He lost one shiny for the sake of the video, but he got like 4 shinies.
I'm back in my room. There's only one thing left to do. Let's go battle this guy, man.
You mean this girl?
Hello again. That Scooby-Doo I got from you. Scooby-Doo. I forgot I named it.
Wow, so it might be shiny.
Is it gonna be level
It
one?
might be shiny since you
Is it
remember the
gonna
name.
have Cut. Here we go.
It has to be shiny.
Throw it out. Scooby-Doo.
It is
Oh
shiny.
my god, it's shiny. Oh my
And level
It's
100.
level 100. Oh fuck. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Okay, hell yeah.
Amazing.
It is shiny and it is level 100. It retains its shininess and it retains its level. Dude, that's crazy seeing the shiny from the other point of view. Quiver Dance, I did not teach it that. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and play and see what moves it has, trying to get it to use.
Wow, that was beautiful.
So it has Quiver Dance, Teeter Dance, Synthesis, and Pedal Dance. Dude, it. How did she forget Cut? It will always have the same moveset no matter what you do. I guess that's one myth confirmed.
No, so this guy is called Blue Boy Finn. He always goes on covering. He always goes on covering like myth around the Pokemon world, right? So he saw that there was a trade, and he wondered himself if he can trade a shiny to this girl, and it will remain the shiny, you know. So he remained with the name, he remained with the shiny, but it didn't remain with the moveset. But it remains shiny, which is beautiful, meaning that you can trade Pokemon's shiny to an NPC in the game. I don't suggest anybody to do that. And the trainer will have a shiny Pokemon. That is really cool. You didn't see? I got you. So this Lilligan right here, it's a shiny. I'm gonna go back real quick so you can see how a non-shiny looks. This is a non-shiny with the red petals, right? This is a shiny with the purple petals.
Dance, teeter dance, synthesis,
So he gave up, yep.
and pedal dance.
He sacrificed a shiny to see if the NPC will keep it shiny.
But it will always have the same moveset no matter what you do. I guess that's one myth confirmed.
The unreachable trainer.
I received an email from a viewer about a trainer in Ruby and Sapphire who is apparently unreachable. A trainer who is on the map, but impossible to actually get to. Our journey to find this supposed
Meaning of the trade to confirm that the myth is true, that you can actually trade a shiny Pikachu to the trainer. It will evolve and it will remain to be shiny.
He lies on this island right in the middle of Route 133. My viewer explained that in Pokemon Emerald, the way we would get to him is by pushing off this area right here into the current, where we would get funneled up right to him. But here's where things get interesting. My viewer noticed a small change between Emerald's maze and Ruby and Sapphire's. When we go to the exact same spot in Ruby and Sapphire, you'll see we now get funneled straight down, away from Birdkeeper Beck. My viewer spent hours trying to reach him, but couldn't do it, and proclaimed it impossible. So we're gonna see if this is...
So you see, this is what I meant. So he goes to see, some of us have like questions where like, dude, I don't think this can happen because of this and this and that, right? And he was like, you know what, maybe it's true, but maybe it's not, so let me confirm it. And that's what he does.
really true. An attempt to finish the impossible job. I started off by going all the different routes I
My
could
boy
think of,
Moogie.
but I ran into the same problem as my viewer every single way. You enter the water and it seems to push you right around the island. You can easily reach on the other side and see a glimpse of it, but it honestly doesn't seem possible to actually get to the trainer no matter what way you go. That was until I noticed this tile. It's almost like a trick of the eyes. You see, there's this upward current right here, along this whole ridge, all for except this tiny corner on the left-hand side. If you jump off to the left here, you just get sent straight down. But if you push all the way to the left, and unintuitively...
Yo, Jones, my boy.
...actually miss the current, and you float all the way...
Welcome in, brethren. How you
straight to our
doing?
target. So this island and Birdkeeper Beck is in fact reachable. But I hardly doubt anyone actually did this. It's an entirely pointless task since Beck literally just has 2 calipers and that's it. I'm sure the first thing on anyone's mind doing this maze is just trying to get out. And it takes a lot of work to figure out how to get here.
Go ahead, brother.
Hardly
Grandpa is more
anyone else
important.
Probably done. So he's probably pretty lonely. I'll hang out with him for a while. Oh yeah, also myth busted.
He's giving me Moltres PTSD.
Before we get into this next one, I strongly
Ah,
suggest
boy.
you watch my recent
Hey.
video diving into the mystery
Gotta
of
do what you gotta do.
previously undiscovered shiny form in Pokemon Emerald. The link to that video is right here on the screen and in the description. Everything you're about to hear is going to make a lot more sense if you watch this first, because we're now going to dive headfirst back into this mystery, but in a brand new way. What we deduced in the last video is that after Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, the developers adjusted the way the Pokedex handled Spinda, by amending the fact that Ruby and Sapphire didn't log the initial pattern of Spinda in the Pokedex that you encountered. By fixing this in Pokemon Emerald, they accidentally opened Pandora's box by having to give the Pokedex a sort of trainer ID and secret ID in order to properly display the pattern, which in turn opened the possibility of the Pokedex finding a shiny Spinda. If that Spinda that you saw happened to be shiny for the
ID the Pokedex was given. But here's where things get interesting. The Pokedex only behaves this way with Spinda, because that's the
Which
only
one?
Pokemon who has many different varying forms, which is why this shiny anomaly applies to it at all. But there's another Pokemon who has many different varying forms. Unknown. Unknown must behave this way, because when you catch or see one for the first time, the letter you see should be logged in the Pokedex correctly. So in theory, this could work with Unknown. The only problem is Unknown
Me
doesn't
too, brother.
appear anywhere in Pokemon.
That's a
Emerald,
beautiful shiny Maroon. They
but it
still don't
does
allow
appear
transfer from
in
home. I
Fire
got
Red.
bamboozled. I will never pay.
Thanks again to my
If I need,
viewer,
yeah,
Red
that's the
Dude.
only way that
I
you
know
can trade
research
if you have to
didn't
pay.
cover all of this.
Just pay the one
See,
time,
Gen 1 remakes and
the
Emerald
monthly one,
share a
which is
ton
like
of
$3,
similar code.
and
a lot of
trade whatever you gotta
changes that
trade
happen
and do it from
between
there.
Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald also apply to
I
Fire
did
Red
it to
and
pray
Leaf
for
Green.
champions. Wish I
So
could care
quite
less for
possibly,
now.
this same
That's how I
Pokedex
got
shiny
mine from
craziness with
champions.
Spinda, and possibly Unknown, exists within the code of these games as well. But this ground is even less charted than Spinda. Doing a full odds 1 out of 8,192 shiny hunt for something undocumented, unfound.
Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
But the draw to uncover
That's the only way that you
something
can do it.
seen before.
They're not stupid, bro. Pokemon Home. That's the only reason that we can use Pokemon Home is because we gotta pay a subscription.
And don't worry if you don't
But
quite
you can get
understand
a, you can pay a monthly subscription for like $3,
So to set all this
and
up, I took my
and use it for that month. You know, that's why I don't pay the like the yearly. You know,
I haven't caught or seen an Unknown yet.
yes. In order for you to transfer any Pokemon to home to any games, you gotta pay for a subscription for Pokemon Home.
To unlock Unknown in our game, we have to complete the strength puzzle on this island. After doing this, I carefully made my way up to one of the chambers that hold our Pokemon. This time, we're going to do this without any edits to our game. This is a
Well, it
truly
won't show up because it's something that you have to upgrade.
It will be something
It says it in the app.
theoretically hunt for relatively easy.
But if you do it on the Switch. Just might as well do it on the Switch. Download Switch on the download Home on the Switch,
Track this down.
and do it on the Switch, and it will be way more easier.
The very first tile of the chamber. Then I run around until I find an Unknown. Once encountered, I immediately run away and open my Pokedex. Now the Fire Red and Leaf Green Pokedex is usually a hassle to navigate, but luckily there's a rare Pokemon category that Unknown does belong to. And when I click on it, the newly encountered Unknown takes the first spot. So it's pretty easy to find it in the Pokedex. While we don't even know if this is true, I'm also
Good.
unsure how
Yeah,
the
man.
shiny will show
Whenever you
up.
have a chance, just go look at it. You have options. There's like 1 month,
Sure, maybe.
3 months, 6
So I
months, and a
check
year.
both before resetting my game and doing it all over again. Now here's how this will work. We will encounter a completely normal Unknown. But then when I check my Pokedex, there should be a 1 out of 8,192 chance that it will be shiny inside of its Pokedex entry, but not in the actual game. The only thing left to do now is hunt for this unfound shiny. What I'm going to do is repeat all of this 10,000 times to give this as best chance I can without draining my life away on something that may or may not exist. So without further ado, here we go. Wait.
I understand.
Oh,
No, I only have it in the Switch.
I'm screwed. Right as I was about to begin, I remembered something about Unknown in these games.
You can
Much
only
like
get certain
everything
ones.
else in these old games, Unknown is completely, utterly, hopelessly broken. I remember years ago hearing from my friend Professor Rex about a strange oddity with the shininess of Unknown. You see, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, there is no way to boost your shiny odds in any way, shape, or form. No Masuda method, no shiny charm, absolutely nothing. Every single Pokemon is locked at 1 out of 8,192 chance of being shiny. Except for Unknown. Unknown is the single exception to this. You see, all the Unknown are separated into different chambers that hold different letter combinations. And depending on your trainer ID and secret ID, the shiny odds for these Pokemon will
Thank
be
you, Moogie.
completely different depending on what
Appreciate
letter
it.
they are. These odds can go as high as 1 out of 5,120, or as low as 1 in 18,432. But here's the thing. We can kind of swing this in my favor. There's an incredible website called Buried Relic that has an unknown shiny odds calculator. By plugging in your trainer ID and secret ID, which we do know the Pokedex's trainer ID and secret ID, 00000 and 00008, we can calculate what unknown will have lower shiny odds and which ones will be higher, and we can go to our most ideal chamber for hunting. You see, the Pokedex's ID has the group of A, B, C, and D have odds of 1 out of 5,120. So I decided to go to the Lipdu chamber that has unknowns C, D, H, U, and O.
You work at a hospital? Damn. What? Okay, okay. Sounds good, my boy. Staying strong, King. I'll see you around. Much love too, brother. Much love. It's very nice seeing you, man. My boy Jones.
So this chamber
Oh, shit.
seems like the best for now. And now the only thing left to do is to track this down. So, here we go.
I'm going to bed soon too. Probably. I got 43 minutes. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Pacer, my God. Yo, Pacer. What a pleasure to see you, friend.
That's not what we're searching for. So we'll catch this thing for now, but I actually have to reset over this, which kind of sucks. So this may look like a win. This is a shiny.
Pacer, I am doing
not
great,
what
man.
we're here for.
How are you?
But you'll see when
I
check my
you DM me?
Pokédex, it
I'm
is
sorry,
not
bro.
shiny.
I haven't touched the other
Pokédex
phone in
is
such a
shiny
long
for the
time.
character, but not for the Pokédex. So I actually have to reset
Zip code?
over this
I can give it to you now.
to continue this hunt. I said before I would do 10,000
33033.
Well, I did 12,000. And all we've got
Pacer,
is
how you been, my friend? Tell me
I'm
how
gonna
you
keep
been.
going. We're gonna go to 20,000
How you been, my
because
friend?
we have got to find this.
You're driving to Michigan. Nice, nice. Are you gonna spend some time off over there, my friend? Man, it's so good to see you. Pacer, happy 4th. Happy 4th.
Bro. Dude.
Bro, he actually did it again.
Dude. There it is. I was convinced this was not real. I've done well over 20,000 now.
That's it.
Oh my god, it shows
That's
up
it,
on both
my friend.
screens. I was seriously about to quit. I was gonna have this remain a mystery. I literally have a whole ending monologue typed out already with it ending on a mystery. Because I was starting to think this isn't even real. Dude, what's so cool about this that I didn't even realize before is that this will always be here. As long as you never catch an unknown, this will be in your Pokedex forever. It's like a shiny that doesn't even have to
Damn, that's pretty cool.
party to be there. I think this
Gonna
is
buy
how
pot
it
in
works.
Michigan. Is it legal there?
This is so interesting. Seeing it shiny and knowing its story makes it feel like its entire own Pokemon living inside of my Pokedex. It's so bizarre.
Oh my god.
It's truly insane to
Oh,
see
it's shiny
something
for a second.
Fire Red, Pokemon Fire Red, that I have never seen before. This is so weird. I think this is truly like one of the coolest things I've ever seen on my screen in an old Pokemon game. Wow, there really is more to see in these old games. Send any facts, old mysteries, anything like this. Who knows what lies at the bottom of them? And we'll get to it. Send it to blueboyfinfacts at gmail.com.
Interesting. What's up, Michigan?
Those who have watched The Matrix tend to categorize the story as black and white, heroes versus villains, good versus evil. But after each sequel and spin-off, after each piece of media was deciphered, we learned that the truth is much more complicated, and that perhaps there are no clear heroes or villains. One of the most beloved and hated characters in the Matrix franchise is Cypher, the Judas who betrayed the Savior and his followers, so that he could be rewarded with the prize of returning to the simulation, rich and famous, and with all the delicious and juicy steaks he could eat. But ironically, time proved that this man was telling the truth, and that behind his words and actions lie a warning of what was really happening inside the Matrix. Cypher saw through the lies of the Oracle and Morpheus,
Brother,
but his treachery
not rush really, but thank you so much.
what happens when a person who was
Listen,
freed from the Matrix chooses to return to that prison?
all I can say is thank you. I am so grateful for that. So,
Matrix 5. Let's take a look back
brother,
at
thank you.
5
Thank you. I am
interesting
extremely
details
grateful
and
for the
theories
gift.
about Cypher, the traitor, or prophet, depending on how you interpret his
Oh my
story.
god.
Do you want to know his secrets? And could he possibly
Oh my
return
god.
in the Matrix 5? Welcome
What a
to
blessing.
Matrix Explained.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers.
Number 5. Did Cypher
Hey,
try to
it's crazy how, like, it's insane how people they are not even related to you can can just treat you better than people that you know and support you more. I don't know why it's not like that. You know, me with the idea of streaming or trying to be a streamer, right? I know it's gonna take a long hard work, you know, a lot of hard work, a long time. But the people that I expected to support me was my close ones, right? And none of them are the ones here. You know, I got a Pacer who is in Indiana, Muli who is in India, Jones I think he's somewhere. He's somewhere. But I haven't met none of you guys yet, you know? And you guys support me every day, every time you guys can. And I love that, dude. That's crazy. It's so bizarre to think about how it's a stranger in a sense, the one who is, yo, keep going, bro. You got this. You know, this. You got this, fam. Instead of like, hey, are you sure that you want to do this? Like, is this what you really want to do? Which I am very grateful, guys. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? This is Pokemon, and I am doing something that is called shiny hunting. Shiny hunting is finding a Pokemon with a different color. For example, Caterpie is usually green, and now he's gold. Thanks, Pacer. Thanks, bro. Thanks, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. You know you're my brother, bro. You're my boy.
Or Neo. This scene begins just as it did in the film. Neo finds Cypher navigating the computers alone, serving the Matrix while the rest of the crew is asleep. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. Now don't tell him I told you this, but this ain't the first time Morpheus thought he found one. Really, you bet your ass. It keeps him going. Maybe it keeps all of us going. How many were there? 5. Since I've been here. What happened to them? Dead. All dead. How? Honestly? Morpheus. You got them all amped up believing in bullshit. And I watched each one of them take on an agent. And I watched each one of them die. But a piece
Did
of
I?
advice. When you see an agent, what do you do?
Your boy's going big, bro.
Run your ass off. Look, I'm not trying to
Yer.
I just
What
want
up, Ghoul? How you doing, bro?
point to
What's up? What's up? What's up?
see this is the real world.
Welcome in, fam. Welcome in.
Think about heroes and miracles. This world's about one thing.
My,
Survival. That's all there is.
that boy is drinking straight diesel fuel, bro. Holy suitor.
This small piece of
My
dialogue
boy Javier,
changes
bro.
a major
Thank you,
plot
bro.
point completely. Cypher
Yer. Moogie.
It does also change part of the story, but Cypher's portrayal in the script wasn't fueled by greed alone. Cypher was mad at Morpheus, not only because of his persuasiveness that tricked him into taking the red pill, but because his mistakes cost the lives of 5 innocent people. Morpheus was turned into a radical of the
My
old
brother, I am doing fantastic.
so much that he led red pills to the
Doing
deaths
great.
he sacrificed
Thanks, man.
because of
Thanks.
Morpheus's beliefs. Cypher's hatred is understandable, empathetic even. He witnessed how Morpheus awakens a person who he found interesting and convinces that person of being the one, just to have them kill him, and then moves on to the next. A cycle of death that has repeated 5 times already. This is why Morpheus warns Neo to treat the simulation, that every person who has faced an agent has died.
Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
He is referring to
I'm
Neo's
currently playing
predecessors,
through Pokemon
the ones
Fire
that
Red
Morpheus led to their
and Leaf
deaths.
Green
But there is
on the
something
Switch
that is
OLED.
bugging us.
I bought
In
both
one
game
of the
Thursdays.
Morpheus mentions
Well,
that
man,
he
you
had
are
a
into a
prophecy.
really good game.
He was
I
not
do
just
have
a
them.
prophecy.
I have Fire Red,
Neo
like OG hardware.
was the one.
Um,
Morpheus had an
but
ability
I am
that
playing
convinced him
currently
that
on the
Neo was the
Switch
one in the prophecy.
or
But why?
the virtual
What's so
console.
special
You know,
about
that's how we like to call it when the old games make it to the new
Neo spent
games.
his nights on the net,
Um,
looking for stories about the
and I'm having a
Matrix,
blast, man.
hacking,
I've been
and
shiny
breaking
hunting a
multiple
Pikachu for like 3
cycle
months now.
During the day, he is Thomas Anderson,
You know,
a programmer
it's
who
a nice
worked
battle that I
with
have going on with myself,
Metacortex.
but it's really good.
That was no different from any
But it's a really good game, man. If you have any questions or if you feel like you're stuck,
but
you
Trinity
know, you can
was
always
much
come
more
by the
skilled than
stream,
Neo when it came to
and I'll be
computers.
more than happy to help you,
She's
man.
an infamous computer whiz who hacked into the IRS database. Also, the Oracle's home is full of young potentials with reality bending abilities, like the Spoon Boy. Neo didn't have any
Spoon Boy.
abilities until after he resurrected in the Matrix, though he did manage to bend the spoon. So if Trinity was better skilled at computers, and there were more powerful potentials, then what convinced Morpheus that Neo was the one? This leads us to a sad realization. Morpheus believes in Neo just as he believed in the other 5. There is nothing special about Neo. For Morpheus, each person who he has awakened was the one. He simply has faith. This is the control that the Oracle has over Morpheus, the ability to erase his reasoning and replace it with irrational thought, a prophecy based on understand them. Cypher was another person who was led by a fanatic of a belief that was imposed by the machines. He was a pragmatist and was in love with a woman who also follows the prophecies of this oracle. He was rational, so being surrounded by people who spoke about a magical prophecy made no sense for him. Therefore, the most logical thing to do for his well-being is to forget and return to the Matrix. His request to forget everything carries more weight in the script. In the film, we thought the reason for Cypher wanting to erase his memories of the Matrix and the real world was because knowing the truth wouldn't allow him to enjoy his new life.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand?
But the script's dialogue tells a different story. Sure, he wanted to forget, never waking up to the nightmare that is the real world, but he also wanted to forget the fanatic who leads people, possibly people Cypher considered as friends, to their deaths, all for the sake of a prophecy. Cypher's convictions may have been stronger than we thought. More than just a conversation to put Neo against Morpheus, this original dialogue serves as a warning. Advice that someone would give a friend who was about to make a mistake, and that mistake is Neo believing in Morpheus and the Oracle. Cypher was possibly trying to save him.
We all know Cypher was a hater, but
Number 4. Did Cypher eat one of the Oracle's cookies? Food has symbolized many different things throughout history. For some, it is a representation of wealth, well-being, and even wisdom. In Judeo-Christianity, more specifically the story of Adam and Eve, eating the forbidden fruit resulted in the pair being banished from paradise. In the Animatrix, fruit was used as a symbol. The robots used an apple when they tried to make peace with the humans, and again when the machines annihilated the remaining human leaders after they had surrendered. The symbolism of the apple that the robots were offering to the humans was knowledge. The humans refused the offer, and so they were cast out of paradise. Oh, but fruit has many other meanings within the Matrix, such as freedom, misery, and manipulation. In the Matrix comic titled The Miller's Tale, we were introduced to a Zion tradition, a tradition that Morpheus himself followed since he was very young. It is a gathering of people sitting at a large table in remembrance of the first people of Zion. This first group found and planted wheat seeds in one of
brother
the few
Pacer,
pieces of land on earth.
I wish you have a good night, brother.
They harvested the wheat
Wish you have a
and
good
baked
night.
bread. These people
I hope the
once lived
family's
inside the
blessed.
Matrix.
And I'll see you soon,
They
brother.
were eaten real bread
Will do,
before.
will do, will do, will
Only the
do.
machines simulated
We'll
interpretation
catch
of
up, we'll
bread.
catch up, my
When
friend.
most humans
I might
took
call you, I
fresh
might call
bites
you
of the freshly baked bread, they were
on
heavy.
IG.
The taste of real bread was nothing like it was inside the simulation. However, their enjoyment was short-lived, as the machines eventually discovered the humans' wheat farm and destroyed it, killing all the farmers. And since then, once a year, the people of Zion sit together and eat bread in their honor. The bread symbolizes freedom, but it can also be an allegory to the Last Supper of Jesus Christ with his apostles before his crucifixion. Most food in the real world represents misery, specifically the synthetic protein that the crew eats in the first Matrix movie. Some of the ingredients used to help make this food comes from insects, a perfect representation of the misery that mankind is going through in the real world. This food is so disgustingly bad that it becomes one of the reasons why Cypher wants to escape back into the Matrix. That need and desire for good food drove him to betray Morpheus, but that might not be the entire story. Inside the simulation, food symbolized both pleasure and manipulation. The first time food was used as a form of manipulation was at the Merovingians' restaurant, a dessert that the Frenchmen prepared for an unexpected lady.
What you see your dessert. Very special dessert. I wrote it myself.
The Merovingian modified this dessert to cause a certain reaction in the lady's residual self-image. It shows how easily people can be manipulated with something that is supposed to be for nourishment. As the Merovingian explains the cause and effect of the dessert, Neo and Morpheus look troubled. Why? Well, because they have eaten things given to them by someone inside the Matrix. You guessed it, the Oracle. The Merovingian was the first character that showed us how food can be used for manipulation, but he wasn't the first one to use food. like the Merovingian's dessert could have changed Neo's residual self-image, symbolizing the great deal
Did
of
Neo
control
eat the
that Matrix
cookie?
has over the red pills. In previous videos, we talked about how that cookie could have carried a special code, a code that activated the anomalies code inside Neo, turning him into the One. There's also the possibility that the cookie stimulated Neo into falling in love with Trinity. As evidence of this,
What's up, Cub? The game or what I'm watching?
before giving him the cookie. Maybe she was
The game is Pokemon, and what I'm watching is like why Cypher betrayed the Matrix.
His modification properties would work. The cookie wasn't the only treat that the
Stoner.
Oracle gave Neo.
Damn, bro. I just finished smoking, bro.
Arc and Matrix Reloaded, the Oracle gives Neo a piece of candy that oddly resembles a red pill. Neo does accept the candy, but we never see him eat it. This could have been another attempt to change something in his code. If Neo
I don't remember him eating I don't remember him eating the cookie, to be quite frankly.
then he most likely wasn't the only one. After Morpheus met the Oracle, he became a true believer of the prophecy. He broke up with his lover Niobe and dedicated his life to find the One. Perhaps this intense and passionate zeal was inserted into Morpheus through one of the Oracle's cookies. Another character that could have been manipulated with food was Cypher. When Cypher and Smith need to agree on the terms of the deal, Cypher was eating a big steak. Remember that the steak that Cypher is munching on does not exist. What he is consuming is codes in the shape of a meal. So there is the possibility that Cypher was being corrupted while he was enjoying his dinner. For Smith and the agents, modifying the food would be easy.
Oh shit.
There's no reason for them
DBC go hard, bro. I still got my DBC stuff in the back.
Cypher was willing to abandon his clone and turn traitor so that he can experience the earthly pleasures that only the Matrix can provide.
All Mario Kart fan, bro.
Also symbolizes ignorance, which is the complete opposite of what the apple in the Animatrix represented. As the fruit symbolized the opportunity to gain wisdom, the steak symbolized the bliss of ignorance. As Cypher wanted to forget
Oh, so he does eat it. Okay, okay.
and the war. Though in case you haven't noticed, Cypher was already willing to betray Morpheus before his steak dinner with Smith. So what if, at some point, Cypher got this strong desire to go back to the fake world after eating one of the Oracle's cookies? Sure, it does sound overreaching, but the Oracle does love to make these shady pastries.
That's it. That's a secret. You got to use your hands. Why? Cookies need love like everything does.
Interesting that the Oracle would say that cookies need love. This pretty much connects her cookies to Neo and Trinity's relationship. The love that they shared.
Thanos Xenoverse.
RSI modifications
That's a good game.
caused by the cookies. But regardless, food is, without a doubt, one of the most fascinating and overlooked aspects of the Matrix.
This movie is still ahead of its time, bro.
Great. Why did Cypher betray everyone? To avoid further suffering, he had to return to the simulation. Here is where the Matrix film begins. There are two things to note about Trinity and Cypher's conversation at the beginning of the movie. One, Cypher is jealous of Neo. And two, Trinity notices that the communication is being traced.
Did you hear that? Hear what? Are you sure this line is clean? Yeah, of course I'm sure. A minute ago.
Also note that it was Cypher's turn to watch Neo, not Trinity's.
You aren't supposed to read me. I know, but I felt like taking a shift. You like him, don't you? You like watching him? Don't be ridiculous. We're gonna kill him. You understand that?
Trinity gets ambushed by the agents and escapes, but the agents acquire no information on a person of interest, Neo.
We have the name of their next target.
My name is Neo. I'm the search.
Has already begun.
The fact that the agents were able to trace communications, find Trinity so quickly, and obtain valuable information on Morpheus' new target all points to Cypher already cooperating to a certain degree with the agents, or he was, at the very least, sending a message that he wanted to help them.
Damn, that's
Cypher was a
crazy.
talented operator. He was able to manipulate the ship's computer to hide his meeting with the agents. So to think that Cypher did not know that the call was being traced is being naive. A known constant between the film script and the wanted her to suffer by having her watch her beloved Neo die. Did Cypher ever believe in the prophecy? Did he at one point have faith in Morpheus? Possibly, but life and the truth turned him into a miserable and cynical human being. He remembers the Matrix as a place of opportunity and happiness. However, before Cypher was to complete his part of the deal, he wanted to prove to Trinity and himself that Morpheus was always wrong by killing the One.
I think Neo's the one. And there'd have to be some kind of a miracle to stop him. Right? I mean, how can he be the one if he's dead?
As Cypher said, if Neo was the one, then something should stop him from killing him.
I don't believe.
Cypher's last words meant more than him simply being in disbelief that Tank was still alive. They meant that Cypher was wrong and abandoning everything he was taught. Cypher's life has ended, but his legacy lived on. He will go on to inspire other Red Pills who wish to stop fighting the machines and return to the Matrix. This group is known as the Cypherites. Cypher's life story is one full of disappointment. The story of a man who went from being a believer to a traitor, a Red Pill that once had hope in the person of freedom, to then resent him because of it. Looking back and realizing the control the machines had over the Red Pills, Zion, and the supposed savior, makes us wonder if Cypher made the right choice. Number 2. Cypher and the Woman in Red. So there are some explanations as to how Cypher kept his meeting a secret, one of which we've already discussed in a past video. It was that he may have had help from another Red Pill. Maybe the plan to betray the team wasn't just Cypher's. Taking a closer look at the movie, there is one other Red Pill that seems to miss the pleasures of the simulation. Mouse. Mouse designed the woman in the red dress to help train the recruits. It also served another purpose, one that Mouse openly offered to anyone on the ship that was feeling lonely. Later, Mouse is in the Matrix gawking at a pinup girl. The girl is the woman in red, a model who lives in the Matrix. His desire for this woman is obvious, so perhaps Mouse wanted to make a deal with the machines in exchange for a new life in the Matrix alongside this model. However, Mouse would eventually die, betrayed by Cypher like the other crewmates. Mouse could have helped Cypher enter the simulation in exchange for the new life with the woman of his dreams. Another Cypher enter the Matrix from the construct? The answer could be found in the scene when Neo and Cypher share a drink. Neo scares Cypher, who was alone in the dark, playing around on the ship's computers.
Deal. You scared the bejesus out of me.
This opens the possibility that Cypher was programming a back door to sneak into the Matrix without the operator noticing. So the plan was that Cypher would ask Mouse for some alone time with the woman in red. Mouse sets up Cypher's private time. He enters the construct and sneaks into the Matrix through the backdoor access it created on the night that he was alone on the ship's computer. Since it was Mouse's program, he served as the operator. He uploaded Cypher to the construct, and like I said earlier, it is unlikely that anyone wanted to bear witness to Cypher's private time. As far as the crew's concerned, Cypher was just blowing off steam, but in actuality, he was plotting their demise. This wasn't the first time that Cypher installed secret doors or tracking programs on the Nebuchadnezzar's computer. At the beginning of the Matrix, while Trinity and Cypher were conversing on the phone, she notices that they're being tracked.
Doesn't matter what I believe. You know, Divya. Did you hear that? Hear what? Are you sure this line is clean? Yeah, of course I'm sure. I better go.
Cypher may have enabled a trace on the call so that the enemy could find Trinity while she was watching Neo. Cypher was jealous of Neo. He wanted the agents to find him.
I don't remember you ever bringing me dinner. Heard something about it.
Don't tell me you're a believer now.
He will later again leave breadcrumbs for the enemy to find his crewmates, dumping his active phone in a trash can near their location so that the agents can capture Morpheus. The woman in red theory works well as a probable explanation as to how no one saw Cypher plotting against them. It is a near perfect alibi. But do you agree? Did Cypher use the woman in red program to cover his tracks? And number one, will Cypher return in Matrix 5? After meeting Cypher, one would think that he was a somewhat egotistical and jealous person. He was envious of Neo because he had Trinity's attention. Cypher was tired of living in fear and struggling to survive, so he decided he would find a way to go back to a more pleasant life. These are just parts of Cypher's motivations. Cypher warned Neo to run from agents.
Little piece of advice. You see an agent, you do what we do. Run.
In the original script, Cypher actually warned Neo not to believe in Morpheus because he was responsible for the deaths of other people. So Cypher wasn't completely evil. He was just trapped in a difficult situation that he did not choose to be in. Cypher deeply hated Morpheus because he believed that Morpheus lied to him by not explaining what the Matrix was.
Why, oh why did my people dilute? If you would have told us the truth, we would have told you to shove that red pill right up your ass.
From Cypher's point of view, he was stuck in a group of religious fanatics and fighting in a war that he did not believe in. When Morpheus offers the pills to Neo, he doesn't warn Neo of what he's signing up for. He simply tells him that no one can be told what the Matrix is.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
So did Morpheus manipulate and lie to Cypher? Psychologist Stephen Hassan, an expert on cults, developed a model to try to detect these control groups. It's called the BITE model, which we have already discussed in an older video. The way Morpheus offers the pills falls into the control information category. Deception. A. Deliberately withhold information. B. Distort information to make it more acceptable. And C. Lying by omission. According to the BITE model, Morpheus's actions are sectarian, and he uses manipulation, lies, and other elements
Be right,
to add
guys.
soldiers to his cause. Many of the Red Pills, like Trinity, were content to fight in this war, but others, like Cypher, felt cheated. Even worse, when they wake up to the real world, they listen and follow these prophecies and other absurd things that were false to begin with. This is one of the reasons why Niobe left Morpheus different now. Sometimes I feel like people gave up, like the Matrix won. Remember that Shepard wasn't born when Morpheus was fighting to free the humans from the Matrix. Shepard wasn't privy to Morpheus' strategies of persuasion to recruit new potentials. It's thanks to bugs that we discovered that the red and blue pills are still used to wake people up. But we also learned that Morpheus' fanatism destroyed Zion, or at least he caused a faction to leave the city to build a new one, Io. Several times during the movie, it was mentioned how Neo may have subconsciously wanted to stay inside the Matrix. There's even a clip of him eating steak at his home. Now, who else do we know also loved to eat steak?
Do we have a deal?
If what Shepard said is true, that the Matrix has won, it's not only because the machines found a better way to keep people inside the simulation, but because the humans are choosing not to wake up. As the analyst nicely put it,
You think you hold all the cards because you can do whatever you want in this world. I say, go for it. Remake it. Knock yourselves out. Paint the sky with rainbows. But here's the thing. The sheep will learn anyway. They like my world. They don't want this sentimentality. They don't want freedom or empowerment. They want to be controlled. They crave the comfort of certainty. And that means you two, back in your thoughts, unconscious and alone. Just like that.
the analyst vindicated Cypher. He proved Cypher right, showing that the analyst is not just a genius that created the perfect prison, but that most people, given the knowledge and choice, would choose to stay in the Matrix. That is their home. They would not want Neo and Trinity to change anything. The analyst knows humanity so well that he is sure that the humans prefer the falsity of the Matrix over the horrors of the real world. What choice do the humans have at that point anyway? To live in a simulated reality where they might live relatively normal and peaceful lives, or to be stuck in hiding in the real world? Io is a much better city than Zion, that is for certain. They are growing food, and they have an artificial sky that precipitates, but the city is still underground, hiding in a dystopian world. There is no favorable option for the people to wake up, and perhaps this is the reason why Morpheus never explained what the Matrix was until after you take the red pill. At that point, it's already too late. Revealing the truth early could easily scare any potential into not choosing the red pill. The analyst understands that most people think like Cypher. They are selfish creatures who seek pleasure, not conflict.
I don't want to be rich. I want someone important.
Neo was given this reward. For years, he was living a rather satisfying and comfortable life because maybe, somewhere deep down inside, Neo wanted to have that life that Cypher wanted. The only thing that makes Neo different from Cypher was Trinity. Her love for Neo gave him the reason to fight and to wake up from the Matrix. Cypher did betray Morpheus because he wanted to forget the horrors of the real world. But Morpheus brought about the end of Zion by ignoring the Oracle's warnings of a new threat. So who was the bigger egomaniac? The death of Morpheus and the destruction of Zion showed that Cypher was right in trying to jump ship. Zion's end was inevitable, and Cypher did not want to burn the city. If he had not betrayed Morpheus, the anomaly may have taken longer to activate, but eventually everything would have happened anyway. But maybe Cypher's story isn't over yet. Certain events in the world of the Matrix are expected or needed to be repeated, such as someone must lead the anomaly, another must love them, and another must betray them. The one must have a mentor, a lover, and a backstabber. Perhaps one could make the argument that Jude is the backstabber in Matrix Resurrections, with him being the closest thing to a friend Tom had. But we would disagree, even though Jude and Judas are almost the same name. Coincidence in the Matrix? What do you think? Therefore, it is possible that in the previous cycles, Cypher also existed, and that he was the cause of Neo dying and being resurrected as the One. How did we come to this conclusion? Well, it starts with the architect looking for the perfect balance in the equation. For each new cycle of the Matrix, the Father is working to improve the Matrix code, the path of the One. The activation of the anomaly was controlled by the father and mother of the simulation.
Your life is the sum of a remainder of an unbalanced equation inherent to the programming of the Matrix.
Understanding the architect's words, he had complete control over everything that happened to Neo. And not only that, the simulation has been repeated so many times that the architect has lost count. The father did say that there were 6 versions of the Matrix, but in reality, there could have been 6 million versions. Then later when the analyst took Neo's body, he tried to activate the anomaly, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't. The analyst discovered that Trinity was needed to activate Neo's powers, but Cypher was also needed. That's why we believe Cypher must have appeared in the other simulations as well, serving as the Judas archetype to lead Thomas Anderson to his death and his resurrection. The humans in the Matrix are not completely human. We have clearly established that in many of our videos. They are half machine, half human hybrid clones. Since they are clones, the architect can maintain consistency in each version of the Matrix. For the architect to find the stability and the balancing of
Xenoverse is a Dragon Ball game. It's not bad. It's solid.
Events that lead to the emergence of the One, to which again, Cypher is one of those elements. The Matrix Resurrections brought many new revelations, including the vindication of
So many Pikachus today.
gave to Neo were not unwarranted. Cypher may be as important as Morpheus and Trinity, as he warns Neo that the machines aren't the only thing to be afraid of. For our part, we don't know if Joe Pantoliano, the actor who played Cypher, has been asked before if he would be willing to return to the Matrix, but it would be interesting to see Cypher return, maybe as an AI program, with the real Cypher's memories and feelings intact, including his hatred for Neo and Trinity. I mean, the actor did return for Bad Boys Ride or Die, appearing as a near-death experience vision or spirit, since his character in the Bad Boys franchise, Captain Howard, died in the 3rd movie. The Matrix is a franchise where dead characters have literally come back to life. Of course, it doesn't technically have to be the Cypher that burned to a crisp in Matrix 1, but rather an AI reconstruction, or an alternate version of the character from another Matrix cycle. We still don't know if Matrix 5 will be a sequel, a prequel, a spin-off, or a reboot. If by any chance it's a reboot, maybe Cypher plays a more important part, going from a potential hero to a disillusioned villain, and his life philosophy inspires a human civil war. But do you agree? Would you like to see Cypher reunite with Neo? Or would you rather see a prequel to Mr. Reagan's story? Cypher remains a fan-favorite character, and definitely one we would like to see return in the future, as his philosophies continues to influence decades after his death. But do you agree? Which of these theories about Cypher did you find the most interesting and plausible? Is there a chance that Cypher could return in Matrix 5?
Alright guys, I'm gonna do 10 more encounters. YouTube. Yo, what's good, Toogie? What's good, my boy? Damn, I'm about to bounce, bro. How was your day, friend? One more, guys, one more. YouTube. Alright, YouTube. You already know who it is. It's your boy Platano. We're putting in that work every day. Till this day. Till this day. I wish that all of you guys have a great night or a great day, wherever you are. My boy Moogie, I appreciate you. Pace for Javier. My boy Toki. My boy Jones. Aguilera. Roberto. Smoke. I appreciate you guys. Go, welcome to the family, go. Appreciate you tuning in. And I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. You know the grind don't stop. Trying to get a 30K. With that being said, thank you guys.